Well, hello. Drought, it's approaching. It's approaching. Where am I at with my water? I should be able to fill up my stores that I am collecting before the drought begins. I wonder if I should increase anything. I have all of this is empty. Only bad part is these guys have everything pretty close to them full. I might be able to, let me see if I get a tank over here. Get this with water, maybe even, let's see, let me get, I gotta get 2 pit tanks right here. 2 pit tanks of water over here. Just so you know, when they are going to fill up stuff, they're not running all the way over here. They're running a little bit to get over here. 3 builders who are, I think my 3 builders are focused on this stuff. Maybe I can kick up the priority of these guys to get built. My plank guy is planking. Oh yeah, those a really simple, easy place to put more water storage just right here, because this is going to be my connection point to my gear, my little gearbox. My gearmen are going to be right here. I definitely could build with the stilts. I could build out over the water, but I think I'm going to wait until I'm a little bit of a better spot. I think as soon as I start hitting the, when I hit the drought, I'm going to open up all my loggers and potentially open up like this whole area too. Oh, what is this guy? Oh, I can actually plant a good amount of, I'm going to say oak over here. Actually reaches pretty far. And I know I'm doing like the, this hard mode kind of, I think it's like 3 episodes in a row. I just feel like it's in such a like close place to getting the pusher like completely done. And to me, that's like a big achievement. And then getting the dam done is another big achievement. So like just getting all that done and taken care of feels like that would be a good point to like put a little bit of a break, a little bit of a pause before I move back to doing at least 1 episode of the White Paws game. But yeah, you know, feeling good about where this is at. I wish I could like the White Paws game. I wish there was a way I could like click to have this have a priority, that they fill this like, you know, that this makes sure that it has logs in it for them to chew through. Because at this rate, I am going to need to get the, might as well get a location ready for it, get all that cut down. But I am going to need to get the large power wheel, which is fine. You know, I have the wood for it, I have tons of oaks. All these pines are fully grown. As soon as the drought kicks over and I can get my, why aren't they building a 4? Huh. I wonder why they're not moving heavens and earth to get these things done. Oh well. But as soon as the drought is over, all of these guys, all of these 4 pumpers are going to be switched over to being free for work. And also these guys are going to be, you know, out of work temporarily. So I'm going to have a lot of free beavers. I can get them back into making science, into login and all that good bit of business. Get them back to planting. Okay, I'm almost there. Let me kick back that work hours. 17. Okay, drought started. Oh, that's a 14-day. I'm probably going to have dried up. This is probably going to dry up by the time that 14 days is done. Pause. 5 free workers. So lumberjack here, lumberjack here. Let's get that up in priority. Let's get this lumberjack up. I need this forester up. This is all full of work. Let me get berries gathered again. 1 free worker. He can be a scientist. What are they currently building? What has... Oh, these are... I thought these were at like only the 1, not the 3. That's the reason why. I thought that I had them at the dull green, not the full green. Short on planks. Okay, I need this guy to get... These over here can go back to being normal. That could be a high priority. That's fine. That's normal. This can be normal. That guy is up and cooking. This guy is planting. That's good. These 2 guys are chopping away. Okay, cool. What is almost full? So let me get more storage for kohlrabi. I might actually also get more storage for my berries. Might do another medium warehouse to get more berries because I can. It's there. I think I might get that sooner than later. Just because with the 14-day drought, I don't know if this level of water is going to actually be able to handle that. It also is going to mean that I'm going to need to push to get this thing done. And I only need 1 floodgate. And let me get a laddery do right there. These are actually going to be dams right here. And I'm going to get the triple floodgate once I have the signs for it right there. Let me actually kick off a builder to get another scientist. These guys are harvesting up very well. I got more space for the kohlrabi. This guy should be cutting up a little bit of an area for me to get a large power wheel going. And I got to look at the arrow again this time. Make sure I get that correct. Don't want to make that mistake again. As soon as that tree gets cut down, boom. Now I can start getting that up. It's 100 logs, but I have plenty of logs for it. I can probably cut this down to just 2 workers. 3 builders, 2 workers, over 900 food. What still have available? I just have this single platform. Just thinking about how I'm going to get kind of across here. I could ladder down and then ladder over, or I could stairs over. Yeah, I could ladder down and then get stairs to come up and over here. This isn't the best way to do that, to handle all this stuff. But it does mean I don't have to buy other things with science. I wonder if I could probably ease one of my loggers so I do get that other builder up. It might be this guy. You know, I don't need to clear out this full area just yet. So you're going to go back to being a builder to help build this thing. I definitely could probably build a location for a hauling post. I mean, but I'm still relatively micromanaging my where my jobs are going. So let me get this a little time lapse. Let me see, find a good angle. Good angle, this thing getting built, and you get to see some of the beavers doing their thing. Kind of want to keep this little panel up. Okay. There we go. I don't know if you noticed, I also went to this wheel, made sure it got done. Okay, so I have 2 workers. One of them is going to go here. If I have one here, turn this guy on, go 1, kind of constantly be producing planks. I could probably ease 1 lumberjack up here because the work is kind of clearing up. Work is kind of clearing up here too. So I only have 1 operating there. Don't think I have any other guys anywhere else. The other slot that I would have to free up work is another inventor. How much power? I think this was 75 horsepower. This needs homie to show up for work. I know it's not the most glamorous job, but where's he dawdling about? Where were you? Were you getting breakfast or something? What's going on, homie? There we go. We need you, bud. We need you doing your job. And now where's this guy? Oh, he's getting logs. Okay, fine. It's fine. You're doing your job. It's cool. I'm not mad at you. I'm a little, but I'm not very. Let me get one more guy in here to speed this up a bit. I wouldn't mind maybe converting the cassavas, or it might actually be the cassavas are like my emergency food that once, if I get to the point where like I'm running out of everything else, I know I can kind of turn this fermenter on and get some like last ditch resources. Planks are going up. That means these guys should be finishing up their bit of business. I need to get the 500 science, but before that is getting, this is the next big project, is getting some level of water stored up so I can survive these 14 plus day droughts. Okay, I don't feel great, but I also don't feel terrible. I think things are going okay. This is gonna get done. Look at these guys. Look at these guys and the glory that they're achieving. I don't know if I want to do another time lapse or another time skip, but there's not much more for me to show you currently other than kind of either skipping forward or letting it time lapse. Because I'm stuck in that I just need to produce planks. My guys need to grow their food. My trees need to grow. They're cutting the logs. They're planting the logs. They're doing their work. I don't know how much more I got left to show you, at least currently. Okay. This is done. My pusher up here This is ready to go. Ready to go for when the bad tide hits. It's missing a stream gauge to automate it, but I don't have the excess science. At least currently, I'm waiting for the 500. I'm waiting for the 500 science to hit so I can put the big floodgate here. That way I can lock up. This isn't a great amount of water, but it also isn't like a little. So this to me is like good start, willing to kind of keep moving forward with this. Eventually kind of dynamite flat to the face, dynamite all the way down. But dynamite is a little ways away. They're building this stuff up. And what I might do is from this angle, give you that second time lapse. So we had a time lapse and then another time lapse. Now go without the little x-ray. I just realized in this time lapse, I probably could. Oh, whoop, I didn't need to. I probably could pause. They're still doing some work. I was thinking I probably could have paused this forester lumberjack because it looked like all of this stuff has been gathered up, but they're still doing some work. Fine. These guys are doing their work. 758 water. Let me see. I have no excess workers. So as soon as I get an excess worker, I might put I know I said I was going to save cassavas for emergency food. It's fine. Is there another angle so I could look at these guys? So I'm pretty close to getting my science that I need. And something I was thinking about while I was waiting for this stuff to go down is right now I have over 600 water stored. I have 21 beavers. If my math that I've been using is 60, essentially it'd be 3 times the number per day. I'd have 10 days of water supply. I wonder what is the fluid dump? Fluid dump is 250. God, it's too much science. I wonder, my thought was maybe I could start pumping some of my stored water into this little area, because if I can keep this up for longer, it helps guarantee that I don't have dead crops. I have 5 days. How much are these guys producing? Every hour. I have 17 hours that they are making science, technically. Probably, we'll rough that to 15. So each one is 45 science a day. I have 5 days left. It's 200 something science. Just trying to see if I could get this and then also the 500. If I could do the fluid dump first, because that water line is really, really low. I think I'm going to get a fluid dump right here, at least temporarily. I'm going to dish out some of my water into this area to keep it hydrated, in an attempt to keep it hydrated. And I think I'm going to pump this up to get done. Ooh, I had old age die off. So potentially that means I might actually have way more than enough planks. I could probably pause my planking guy and my power guy for now, so I have some freed up work. Also my gatherer is done. That gives me 2 extra dudes to go somewhere. This whole setup can get paused too, because they're not really gathering up any logs anymore. They're fine. Please don't get stuck. I don't like the way that you guys are building this. Now it's time to monitor my water a little bit, as this guy is going to be using up some of my water. I have 600, so it's still pretty good. It might mean that come the temperate cycle, I might actually have to build another pumper so that I can make sure that I get, my stock stored. Roughly 20. What can I do with that? What can I do with that excess? So right now I have 8, 16, 24, 32, plus what I want the floodgate to be. So my total need for plank is 32, 47. So I'm going to need a little bit more. So let me get one here, turn you back on, and turn you back on. Get a little bit more planks while I have the available workers to be able to do it. 4 days to construct all of this, plus the hopefully 6 days that I would have for the minimal temperate cycle plus the warning. So it's usually about 6 days And all this guy's doing is going to try to keep this little patch irrigated for a little bit longer. I don't think he's doing a great job, but it definitely probably is statistically going to make a difference. And I'll probably skip forward now till I have the, either when I dry out and it's a, you know, a thing to note, or when I have the science to put up the floodgate. Okay, so now that my drought is almost over, it's a 14-dayer. I think this little fluid dump really kind of saved me. Got this, kept this, you know, thing irrigated, kept this thing full of water. You know, slightest little bit of water for the entire season. I'm down to 300 water, so it's fine. This could be all the way to the floor. This could be all the way to the ceiling. To catch you up too, I created another lumberjack, or I opened up this lumberjack and I put stairs here because I was running a little low on my wood supplies. So I wanted to open up my, you know, the untapped potential I had up here of my oaks. Some of this stuff started growing up again, so, you know, running here and there with the logs that I have, but not quite to the science by the end of the drought, but almost there. I was going to be there by the start of the next temperate season. I also made a new pump, so all these guys are going to kick on, and I'm going to have to go back to the flipping of everything. Boom. I can turn off this fluid dump. He can get paused. This guy can get paused. This can turn back on. This can go to 1, 1, pause, pause, even though I do need that last, but you know, I just need 4 more. It's not terrible. I still have 2 workers, 4 pumpers. These guys will get to work as soon as the water starts a-flowing. Who else cannot necessarily need to do their job? No, how much time I got left for these? These still got a minute, so I could probably pause these two. This duo is still working. Oh, 500. Let's get the triple floodgate. Boom. These 2 pumpers are going. Let's go to 19-hour days during the temperate cycles. Fully stocked up on work here. Oh, I've got some trees growing up. Means I could turn these guys back on. 3 builders. They're getting to this guy. This guy's getting his logs. No trees up here. So where I'm at, I got 3 builders there. Pause the forester. Get this fully stocked up on workers. Cool. Everyone should be pumping away. Back up to 300 of almost 1,200 storage that I could possibly have. Don't have the excess science yet for the 120 for the medium tanks. Plus, I would need the 100 for the gear workshop. So not quite there yet. This needs 4 more planks and 18 more logs to get this guy up. And I might, with that built, I might actually get this to be, let me see, if I do 2, it'll fill up to the top here. I might get some spillway and I might have to control that so it doesn't kill these oaks here. Let's get this forester back up because there are some trees that have grown up. This guy's still hacking away up here. He's got a pretty long route. I definitely could do the stairs, come up over here, kind of get a secondary route that kind of moves behind my district up and over here. Again, this is thanks to the 4-way district mod that I have. 400, almost 500 water. It's like 100 and something water per day, which probably isn't great. Probably need to get more water out of the system and stocked up. More than that, I probably could tear this out and get another pumper up. Not that I necessarily need it. I'm a little concerned about how little water I'm actually pulling back out in the 2 days that I've had. Granted, like now I'm almost like would appreciate Badtide because that means usually the first Badtide is not as long. If I have one Badtide that's only a couple of days, then that means I can kind of rebuild my water supply and kind of rebuild my stores. So I'm missing 4 logs now. Technically, that is a dam. And I want to see, this will last 9 days. 9 1/3 days. Let me go 1 less tick down, so 1.5 height. Where does that put me? These oaks still get flooded. Let's do 1. I'm still getting flooded oaks. Yeah, it's not enough of a pressure relief. Even if I went to 0. Oh, a little bit of a flood. It's just the back pressure. Because I had built up so much back pressure, it just kind of shotgunned my whole system. I might have to be reactive to, you know, when the this should get built by the time my drought ends, or my temperate cycle ends. Although I'm not too crazy about where my water is right now. I'm at 623. If this is a warning day, then I might push to get this guy built. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like I got a warning yet. Okay, cool. Looking at this texture and the way the water's still moving kind of underneath it, I wonder if the pit tanks even read as like a potential blocking unit. I don't think so. So my worry is that it would read as like almost like a faux dam or like a faux levee. Probably unwarranted. Good for me. I don't necessarily know if that's the intention of the mod. Please guys, don't get stuck back here. I should be able to get this little dam up. Ooh, there it is. This could go up to 1.2. 1.5 is fine for now. Because it should be only going through these little gaps without flooding out any of my oaks. I kicked this up to get built so that I have another pumper in there. Definitely taking away from my builders, which again counterproductive in terms of getting this thing done. But I think it's fine. 2.7 days. 2.7 days. Okay. What's this guy doing? He still has logs that he's cutting. Cool. This is going to turn into Badtide, so I'm not going to really worry about trying to even store water up here, but that is also a possibility that when I go from drought to Badtide, that this could be another little small location of stored water. Okay. Oaks are growing up, so that's going to be a big influx of wood. I wonder if I need... Currently, I don't need the extra planks. At least not for what I need to get built right now. I definitely can get that guy here as a builder. And let me make sure that these things are the absolute highest priority. I think as soon as this gets done, I'll call the episode there, having the dam done and ready. Also, I need to make sure that, you know, I show that the pusher is working. 900 water stored. Fan-friggin-tastic. And it might mean that I need to expand my storage of water here a little bit. Let me get another tank right there. Tank of water, even though, again, my labor demands what is more important. It's these guys. So even though I'd like to continue to expand my water, like I said before, the Badtide should be shorter than what my droughts have been. So I should still have time. Even there, oh, they're just building that right away. Okay, cool. 1.7 days. They should be able to build these 3 things in 1.7 days. 1K water. Should potentially be able to free up one of these pumpers. And I think I'm going to. I'm going to free up that pumper. He can be a worker. So 2 breeding pods with 1 house gets me roughly around 20 to 21 beavers pretty stably. I think I'm going to put up another house shortly to kind of kick my numbers up ever so gradually, just a little bit more. You know, population is like playing with fire, you know? You definitely want higher population so you can do a lot more stuff, so you don't have to micromanage your labor everywhere. Oh, I got a guy freed up. What was he doing? What could he do? Let's say, Meme, you're gonna be a lumber mill. Look at you, Meme, you all grown up. Now you gotta cut planks. Okay, that is essentially done, and I can probably kick this up to 2.5. Boom. This shouldn't flood out. I mean, this flooded for some reason. I don't know what. Oh, maybe just here, the cutting off this pressure output kind of made it come out this way. A little strange, but should be fine. And I'm going to do 24-hour for this last day. This is 2.5. Okay, that's good. We should have the available logs to finish up that last piece. I'm monitoring it here. Okay. Is that a baby just on the ground? Well, you know, I'm not the kindest ruler, apparently. Okay, cool. Why didn't you build it? It's also your job. I don't think I have any just lumber people or hauling people. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Dam is completo finito. Let's go. Let's get you down to 18-hour days. We'll do 17-hour days. Now this is at 2.5, which is fine. I might even at the last minute choke this up to being 3. I'm gonna need to choke this down to 0. Flood a little bit here, but that's fine. I'd rather have the flood over. Okay. Oh God, that happened fast. I should have slowed down my time. Oh God. Okay, it's all going out there. Whoops. I got a little contamination in here, but it doesn't look like it's affecting anything. Cool. Grand. Awesome. Little dam here. 8.8 days. Still 8.8 days. Jesus. That is still a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But I have 1,000 water, more than I had last time. And I think what I'm going to do is, I have all the workers freed up. So get some inventors going, get my food, my farmers going, get gathering over here. This could definitely, oh yeah, it's Badtide. I don't need to turn on this guy because this guy is going to be powering. Yeah, nice. I don't need to have that guy going. Good. I might actually start thinking about having the hauling post up, but that could be for the next episode. I have 8 days of this. I could start probably collecting metal, getting the hauling post, getting another house up. What's my housing? What science is this? That's a lot for the other kinds of houses. Woo! 22 beavers. Fantastic. I might even need to, or I might start to get the, like a secondary irrigated patch kind of up here maybe. Another little patch of water going. So I have more ground. I can start growing other food. Or I could start just growing the other food, which is the hydroponic gardens. I believe they could just eat. Can they eat just mushrooms? No, it has to be fermented. But I have power. I have power for that. Oh yeah, storage. I can start building gears, and then the big, what do you call it? The big tanks. Cool. Yeah, it's great. Awesome. And if I need it, I can build the little fluid dump over here. If I really need to kind of sustain this water. Although with the little dam, I think I'm fine. Although my water level looks a little small. I'm not sure where that came from. That could have been from the flooding out. Didn't fill this up as much as it could. These guys are still pumping from the water. Could have been a combination of things. I might even let a little bit of the water through. Oh, was that not 1.5? That's the height. Just let a little bit of the water through. Cool. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.